Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Eden Full Clear Challenge. So today we are looking for win number 7 on a win streak of 6. Going pretty well so far, we've had some pretty good runs. We're still on the 9 Eden tokens as expected, and we'll move straight into this one and see what items we have. Okay. So we have started with Little Horn, which is the little black horn on the top of Isaac's head. Every now and then you will see him shoot a not green, an orangey black tear. So let's see if we can get there like that. That will insta-kill any mob, not boss, but it will kill any just sort of standard mob. Wow, okay. It'll insta-kill any standard mob. It's decent. I don't feel like the proc chance is very high though. Like it doesn't fly out loads, but that's probably to be expected for balancing wise. Um, Overall though, the tier effect is good. It's nice to have. Like just then, it went through all 3 of those and just killed them all. So like that was pretty good. We also started with Guppy's Paw, which is obviously one of the 5 Guppy items, but one of 3 that we need for the Guppy transformation. So that's pretty nice to have. Means we don't have to worry as much about trying to get Guppy. We will get this chest, which gives us sack of sacks. Do we want punching bag? I mean, it's going to cost us a heart to pick it up. I don't care enough, so we're going to leave it there. Sack of sacks is basically it'll just drop random sacks every now and then as you clear rooms and stuff, so it's not too bad. It's fairly decent. As you can see, the tiers for Little Horn don't work on bosses. I'm not sure if it works on mini bosses or if it, I think it works on champions and normal mobs, but that's about it. It doesn't work for bosses. That was a fairly easy Larry fight. We'll take Binky. We'll grab this heart and we'll head on down. We'll go through some tips and tricks on for this boss and the items that we picked up, and I'll see you guys on floor 2. Okay, so we did pick up Binky. Binky reduces your model size, it gives you a tiers down, so it puts us to 6, and it also gives you a soul heart, so it's a pretty good item. Enjoy Binky, it's one of the better items you can get. No real downside to it other than maybe the fact that you're small, but I don't really see that as a downside. We do get the soul heart, obviously that will protect us for our devil deal chance on this floor. We will go through the stats in a second. So we currently have 0.99 movement speed. As always, 1 is where you want to be at, so 0.99 is as close as you can get without actually being 1. We also have 21 range, which is a little bit lower than we'd like to see, but it's not too bad. It's not less than 20. Less than 20 is like really low and pretty hard to deal with. Like if you've got like 12 range or something, then it can be pretty difficult. We do get a Joker card though, so that's nice. And we also got a Tainted Rock. What was this? This was a Judgment. We don't need the Judgment. So we will head into here. We get Tech.G. So this is the second, no, in the last 3, I think we've had Tech.G twice. So pretty happy about that. Secret room might be there. It is. We'll come back to it. We're gonna go into this room first. Balls of steel and a tears uphill. Oh, the game is treating me today. So Tech.G is the laser circles that you can either fully charge or you can sort of tap. Whichever you prefer. I prefer to fully charge it as I go into a room, and then once I've done the initial shot into the room, I won't send out fully charged ones, probably like half-cocked ones. Well, I'm not really going to bother getting any of that in there. So that's pretty much what I do with Tech.G. So like I'll charge it up to walk into this room and fire it across. If it didn't kill everything, obviously it did that time, but if it didn't kill everything, then I'll just start firing little ones out. It's usually what I go for, because I just find it's a bit easier to get out, rather than waiting for the full charge. Like, the only time I'll wait for it is like when Monstro is in the air. I might as well wait for the shot. Wow. Okay, I want both of these. So we'll get Guppy's collar. We did take a hit because of the Satanic Bible, but that's fine. I mean, because of the spikes, but that's fine. We get the Satanic Bible. I'm going to take experimental treatment. It gave us a damage down, but it did give us a health up. If it'll let me pick it up. So that's not too bad. That is a full clear of this floor though. We will move into the next one and we'll go through some more tips and stuff. But I'll see you guys on the next floor. Okay, so the first floor boss was Larry Jr. We don't want Curse of the Tower. It was Larry Jr. So for Larry Jr., the way that... Wow, we get Guppy. Okay, so the way that I fight Larry Jr. is I just shoot him. I don't really aim for a certain part. Some people aim for heads or tails or whatever. I just hit him. Whatever's the closest to me gets hit. If he dies, he dies. If he splits, he splits. If he doesn't, he doesn't. We won't be keeping Guppy's head because we don't need it. We are now Guppy, so we will just be keeping Tech.X because we want, not Tech.X, the book of, the Satanic Bible. I can't even think of the name. We're going to keep the Satanic Bible because we want the health regen, but we already are Guppy on floor 2. I mean, what more can be said? Like, yes, we only have 2.82 damage, but we're Guppy on floor 2. Like, we just need to get some damage, and we are laughing all the way at the bank with this run. So yeah, I just shoot Larry as soon as I come in contact with him. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, you can aim for the head and he won't split, but I mean, who cares? I don't anyway. So if you want to play it differently, it's fine. That's just how I fight Larry. And when it comes to Monstro, I just keep as far to the left or to the right as possible. I just keep as far away from him as my range lets me be. Wait for him to jump. If he does shoot out tears, then I just loop around his body to dodge the tier height, because it's a little bit hard to judge. Sometimes it looks like it's not going to hit you, but then it does, and so on and so forth. So I tend to not sort of put myself in the situation where I'm going to get hit by him, so I tend to just move out the way. Well, okay, we will take, there's options. We do want to head into that bedroom, but we're going to go, you know what, we'll go to the devil room now. It's a Krampus fight. Head of Krampus, don't really want you. Take the full charge. I was coming in here to see if we could get rid of the red heart that we have, but we can't. So I will just bomb this bedroom. I was waiting to see if I could get rid of the red heart so I could get the free soul hearts from a bedroom. For anyone that didn't know, if you don't have any red heart containers and you use a bedroom, it gives you 3 soul hearts for free. When you've got a red heart container, it just refills your red heart containers, so right now it'd do nothing for us. That's why I'm not sleeping in the bed. There is always a crawl space under the mat of a clean bedroom though, so if it's a clean bedroom, bomb it, you'll get yourself a crawl space. We'll head into this boss and see who it is. We get Stain. This is going to be probably a fairly quick run. We'll probably get boss rush. We probably will get other things. We get synth oil as well. So synth oil will give us a range up and a damage up, which we do need. We'll head down to the next floor. We'll go through some tips with Stain, and I'll see you guys on that floor. Obviously, with getting Guppy and Tech.X, wow, we get Bookworm as well. With getting Guppy and Tech.X fairly quickly, we are obviously balling out of control. So I am just ploughing through bosses rather than showing you sort of a strategy. So I will talk you through the strategy afterwards. bit too slow to dodge that, but it's fine. So for staying, the best thing for me is to stay away from him. Obviously, he's going to go underground. He's going to spawn his ads. Make sure you clear out the worms that he spawns, like the little diglety worms he spawns, if you can. If you can't, just try to stay away from them. Clearing them out is probably your best bet. If when it comes to staying himself, he's going to go underground and there's no real way to know when he's going to pop up. There's no like indicator or anything like that, so just keep moving. Try to judge where you think he'll be, because he's going to go underground and then come towards you. So if he went underground where the mirror is and I'm stood here, he's going to move to the left. So if I move to the right, he's probably going to meet me about here. So just sort of judge it and wait for him. I'm not going to get my reflection now. Just wait for him to pop up. Don't just go like barreling towards him, because he will just slam into you and he will do a decent amount of damage. Try and wait and judge him and try to like judge him out. If you can get him to pop out without slamming into you, then I know go all for him. When he does start doing his tear effect, so when he does start shooting all his tears, he shoots in like a spiral sort of pattern. If you're struggling to dodge that, just hide behind one of the red poops. The red poops will take the hits for you, will take the tears for you, so you won't get hit from those. That's probably the best way to dodge them. Obviously you can walk in between the bullets if you're confident enough. If you're confident enough to judge the gap in between the bullets, then you know, all for it, go for it. It's probably the better way to do it, but if you are a little bit sort of weary about trying to walk in between shots like that, then just go for what I said and go for the red poops. Hide behind the red poops and you should be able to dodge getting hit. So we'll head into this big room. We do get a boss trap room. I always get them the wrong way around. I always say mob trap when it's a boss trap and boss trap when it's a mob trap. Peas me off. Okay. Can we get a key from one of these, please? No? Open this one. We still don't get a key. Okay. Thank you for that, game. A key? I guess we have Guppy's tail, so it's just shafting us on keys. I didn't really think about that. We'll leave it for there anyway. There's one chest in there. We don't have any keys. I'm not going to waste my time going to the store and stuff. I can't really be bothered. So we'll just head on to the next floor. Well, we actually do the boss first, actually. So we get the dark one. The dark one is always going to drop you a devil item. The best thing for the dark one is to keep him underneath you. And then he can't brimstone you. If he's underneath you, he won't brimstone you. He'll just do the like tears in all directions kind of shot. If you're underneath him, then he will fire a brimstone shot. Wow. He will fire a brimstone shot, and obviously that's going to hit you because it sort of curves around and chases you. So if you stay above him, he can't do it. When he dashes, just move up as high as you can in the map. Obviously, if I didn't have flight, I'd only be able to go sort of this high, but obviously I can go as high as I want with Guppy. So it depends on how high up you can go, but try to keep him below you, or at least on your level. Otherwise, he's going to keep trying to brimstone you, and that's not what you want. But we'll move down to the next floor. This is a full clear, and I'll see you guys on that floor. So, as for items, there's more options. There's more options, gives us a choice of 2 to choose from when we defeat a boss. That's why we got the choice of Old Bandage and Jesus Juice in that last boss, for anyone that didn't know. It's worth picking up. If you can get it early as well, so you're going to always reap the benefits of it, then it's definitely worth picking up. Giving you the option of a different item in the boss room is nice, because if you get something that you don't want, and it gives you the option of something you do want, then that's always a good thing. We get Big Fan. I suppose we'll pick him up. Then we also got Jesus Juice, like I said, that gives you a damage up. I'm pretty sure it gives you a damage, a range, and maybe a shot speed. We got Big Fan, which is obviously the big orbital that moves fairly slowly around you, but it's pretty good. Realistically, I mean, what are we even looking for in this run? Hive Mind would be pretty nice. If we could get like Fishtail or something to double our flies that we spawn as a trinket, that would be nice as well. Some damage would be pretty good, something like champion belt from the store, or even something like, I don't know, even some just as something that gives us a flat damage up would be nice. We've basically got double shot whenever we want it because of Bookworm. We've got Tech.G, so we don't even have to charge. We can just rip 2 through straight away. Wow, we got troll bombs in every single one of those chests. Okay, like the amount of Tech.G shots that we can shot out is, especially if I don't charge it, is a lot. We've got the halo flies, not the actual halo flies, but the ring of flies around us from Guppy's spawns that are just protecting us from anything else. They're doing decent damage. Honestly, like we've already won this run. Like I might as well be sat in the chest right now. We're gonna more than likely make everything. So we're more than likely gonna make Hush. We'll more than likely make Boss Rush. We'll more than likely make Delirium. So if any of those do pop, then we will. I mean, obviously Hush and Boss Rush should do, but if Delirium pops, and we'll probably do that as well if it's in the 40 minutes. I imagine it will be though. Like we're on what now? Dank Depths 1 in 13 minutes. So I've got to go up here and clear these last rooms. It's probably the shop. Once we've done that, we've got to beat the boss. Yeah, so we've got to go into this store. We will take the Nun's Habit. The Martyr item gives us charge in our space item every time we get hit. So we'll take that. That should speed up our Black Heart generation. Secret room will be here. We get a greed fight. Gives us nothing. I feel like I never see Steam Sale. I see a lot of people get it a lot of times, but I feel like I never do. We'll head into the boss anyway. Monstro 2. So for anyone that watched the last run, I really dislike Monstro 2. It's the flies mainly because I'm too busy focused on the flies. I don't see the brim shots. I'll try that again. I don't see the brimstone shot coming. I just see the I just worry about the flies and trying to clear them as quick as possible. So I tend to get hit, but I'm not the biggest fan of him. I did struggle last game. We did manage to win it, run in the end, but I did have to sort of come out and struggle through with 9 lives. But we'll move to the next floor. We'll go through some tips that I have for Monstro 2, and I'll see you guys on that floor. Okay, so as far as the tips of Monstro 2, like I said, I do struggle with him. He's one of the ones that do we not have Guppy's tail? No, we had Guppy's paw, Guppy's head, Guppy's collar, so we don't have Guppy's tail. We'll take it. Yeah, I struggle with him just because he's just the same as Monstro. Like he moves just like normal Monstro. Like he just jumps about, tries to get in a position to brimstone you, and then shoot you with his brimstone. And that's where I struggle. It's trying. Wow. Okay. It's trying not to get hit by that brimstone. But I'm also trying to clear the flies. So what I would probably suggest is, even though you need to keep your eye on the flies, you can't let them stack up because they're the ones that come at you and they'll obviously shoot you and stuff. So you do need to, wow, again, you do need to be sort of weary of the flies. You don't want to just like let them hit you, but at the same time you need to be wary of the brimstone. You want to keep him either below or above you, not to the left or right of you, because if he's the left or right of you, he will brimstone you. So you want to keep him sort of at lengths rather than to the side of you, because you don't want to get hit by the brimstone shot. Other than that, like I don't really. Wow, we get the coupon. I don't want the coupon though. I don't want the IV bag. Yeah, other than that, you just want to try and keep the ads down and avoid the brimstone. I'm not the best at fighting him. I do want the blood bag, but at the same time, I want the movement speed of the blood bag. I don't actually want the blood bag. So I need to see if I need to go see what the store is, and I need to see if we get a devil deal. Let's see what our item is in here. Robo Baby. Okay, we'll take it. Robo Baby is just a familiar that has a technology shot for anyone that didn't know. The reason why I don't want to pick up Blood Bag is because I don't want to go too much above. I don't want to go too far above one red heart container because of the boss trap rooms, because then it means I have to find like an alternative way to lose health and stuff. I don't really want to do that. I would rather not. So I'd prefer to keep it just at 1. I do want the movement speed up because 0.99 is not the best. I'd rather have it closer to like 1 and a bit, 1.5. Wow, can we get something decent please? There we go. Half price hive mind we will take. Jar of Flies there, but we are Guppy, so I'm going to keep the Satanic Bible. The Satanic Bible just means we don't die. If we have the Satanic Bible, we just won't die. Simple as that. Whereas Jar of Flies, yeah, is good. Yeah, it's going to keep us topped up on flies, but we have Guppy, so we have the mulligan, we have everything that Guppy transformation gives you. I'm going to take the blood bag for the movement speed on a risk that we get a devil deal with a 72% chance. I've already been in the boss trap room of this floor, so we should hopefully get a devil deal. We don't have to go in the boss trap room in this one. I've already done it while I was on one red heart container. Hopefully the next floor doesn't have one, or if it does, we do actually get the devil deal. Bob's Curse. This floor must have given me about 10 items. Okay, so we'll take the devil deal first. Wow, okay. We've got Forever Alone, the D6. Now we'll take Gimpy. We will do boss rush for the lads. You know what I mean? It's not something we need. We made it, and as always, if we make boss rush, we will do boss rush. It's not going to be difficult. As I've said before, tips for boss rush are just to stand on this one side and shoot tiers across. If you've got a long enough range, you'll hit both as they spawn. Obviously, you'll hit the one you're closest to straight away, and then the one that you're not closest to, you'll hit like as he's moving, or if he's something like the gate or whatever where you can't move, then you'll just hit him anyway. So again, just stand over this side. That one's dead straight away. This one's dead after a little bit. It's not difficult. It's not difficult if you've got really good like tier effect, like a Tech.G, a Brimstone, a Mom's Knife, something like that. Like if you've got something that reaches a long distance and does like a decent amount of damage, boss rush isn't hard. The only time it's hard is when you've got like no range. Like if I had like number 1 and that was it, then obviously I'd have to be like touching the bosses to kill them. Which is fine if you've got enough damage, but if you don't and you're having to get that close, you're gonna take some hits. So it's nice to not have to do that, especially with the flies as well. Like as I'm shooting, you can see my flies like beelining towards the bosses and stuff. So definitely nice. I'm definitely in a good situation right now. This is probably the strongest run I've had from the beginning. Like from floor 2, we were this strong pretty much. We had Guppy, we had Tech.G. We didn't necessarily need anything else. Anything after we got Guppy was a bonus. Wow, we get Sack Dagger or Blank card. I'm gonna take Sacrificial Dagger, just because the orbital's nice. We'll head out of here. We will go and do the chest. We did the negative last time, so we'll take the Polaroid this time. That is a full clear of this floor. We'll head on down, I'll talk through the items we picked up, and I'll see you guys on the next floor. You roll 1. Okay, so as far as the items that we picked up, I did take hive minds. That makes all spiders and flies do double damage. Obviously that was what I was looking for in the start. With us being Guppy, we're spawning a lot of flies at once, so them doing double damage is obviously going to benefit us. We also took blood bag. Blood bag gives you a HP up. Wow, can we just let me go into this room, please? Blood bag gives you a HP up. It also gives you movement speed up. We did need it, so we went from 0.99 to 1.29, so it was a decent increase in movement speed. We were a little bit slow, that's all it was. We like 1 is fine, but you want to be above 1 ideally. 1.3 to 1.5 is probably where you want to be at. Anything above 1.6 is probably a little bit too fast, in my opinion. So, wow, Curse of the Maze is really annoying. So, anything above 1.6 to like 1.7, 1.8, 1.9 and 2 is a little bit too fast. It feels like you're skidding. Like, if you ever get to that thing and you're moving across and you let go, it doesn't feel like Isaac stops as soon as you let go. It feels like he skids slightly, and I'm not a big fan of that. So I do like to be around 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, something like that, so 1.3 is fine. I am running the risk with the health, so hopefully we can get a devil deal. Okay. I really wish it'd stop skipping me across rooms. Other than that though, we also picked up Bob's Curse. So is it Bob's Curse? Yeah, Bob's Curse. So now we have poison bombs. I mean, we didn't need it. We're never going to really use our bombs other than to maybe get us into a secret room or something, but well, 2 golden bombs in this level, please. So other than that, like, we're not really going to use it. I'll tell you what we will do. We will do that, so we're at least technically on 1. Yeah, so we're not really going to use the bombs. I just picked it up because the chest gave it to us and it was free. Might as well. But it does give you 5 bombs when you pick it up, and it makes all your bombs do poison damage. So it's not bad if you've got a decent little bomb build going on, then it can be decent. But it is what it is. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I just think it's just a meh. Gimpy was the next thing we took, which is obviously the Gimp mask. That gives you, I think it's a chance to drop red heart when you kill things, and a chance to get soul hearts when you take damage. Oh, the matriarch. Hello. We also got sacrificial dagger, which is the dagger orbital that's floating around us. It does a lot of damage, so it's pretty good. Wow. Okay, we will take Incubus. We will take Dessert. And I can't be bothered going back for the full charges, so I'll move down to the next floor. We'll carry on going through the items, and we'll go through the matriarch, and I'll see you guys on the next floor. So the other items, we got the Polaroid, that obviously lets us into the chest. The Polaroid, when you're on less than 1 or less red heart and you take damage, you'll get a shield for like 10 seconds or something. I'm not sure how long the shield actually is for, but you just get a shield basically. Wow, okay. You just get a shield to protect you health wise, so it's pretty good if you can get below the red heart. If I obviously lose that red heart and I still have all my soul hearts, it'll proc every single time. Okay, Curse of the Maze again, didn't realise we had that. We then picked up Dessert, which is obviously just a health up. It puts us back to 1 red heart. That's all that needs to be said about that. And then, okay, we want more of the Void. We'll leave Afterbirth for now. Cursed Eye we don't want. We'll go through more of the Void in a second. Let me just finish opening the chests. So yeah, we got Incubus after that. So Incubus is the little follower, the little black bat sort of follower. He shoots exactly the same tiers as you. So he is currently shooting Tech.X tiers, as you can see. just like me. He does just the same damage as me, so he's one of the better followers in my opinion. We then picked up More of the Void. So More of the Void is the second charging thing you can see. If we leave it charged, it will do a black brimstone ring. I probably won't be using it offensively because there's just no point, like, unless I'm charging it between rooms. The only reason I picked it up was because it gives you a flat damage up. The black brimstone ring's nice if you've got nothing else, but I mean, we're Guppy with Tech.G. I don't need it. It's just there. I'm not taking Bob's Braid, not this time. He gave me too many hits last time. There's no real need to use the More of the Void. Like, we have Black Hat HP regen in the Satanic Bible. We have... Wow, okay. We have the damage because of Tech.G and the 2020 shots we sometimes shoot. So there's no real need to rely on it. When I can get like 2 or 3 Tech.G shots out by the time it's fully charged, there's just no need. Like, I might as well just use Tech.G. Can we please, Curse of the Maze, leave me be? So, yeah, I mean, we don't necessarily need it. I just took it because it gives us a flat damage up, and we needed, the damage is nice, obviously. Outside of that, we did fight the Matriarch on the last floor. So for the Matriarch, tip-wise, honestly, she's horrible. I hate her the most out of any boss, I think. I think the Matriarch is probably #1. She's not overly difficult by the time you get to her if you're on a decent run, because you're usually pretty strong. That is a full clear, by the way. But you're usually pretty strong by the time you get to her. If you're not, then I'd say the best tips would be to clear the things she spawns as fast as possible. Watch out for the ones that are like, I don't really know how to describe them. They're like little, we'll go on to the next floor. The ones that have the little chubs inside, so the ones that are like the little sacks with the chubs inside, those, watch out for those because they will come at you fast. And when they come at you, like, obviously you're going to need to dodge as best as you can. So try your best on that one. We will take Humbling Bundle, we will leave and come back in, so we get the 2 keys here. Try your best to dodge those. Like, obviously, I know it's easier said than done. We do get a Chaos card. Might as well use it for our man Hush. But yeah, try your best to dodge those as they fly out of you. It's hard, I know. Trust me, I've fought the Matriarch enough times. I know it's pretty difficult to do. It's easier said than done. But if you can, then it's obviously good for you. So it's definitely worth trying. Other than that, when she does drop into Chub, you should be fine. Chub's just a standard normal boss. You shouldn't have any issue fighting Chub, but if you do, then just, you know, keep your distance, move around, kite it, and and hopefully you should be able to finish him off pretty easily. We will move up to the cathedral, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so when it comes to Hush, we'll go through that now. The easiest way to beat Hush is to have some sort of spectral tier, or some tier that's going to pass all the way through. Tech.G, Tech 1, Brimstone, Mom's Knife, something like that. If you can get Sinus Infection, Nose Goblin, something along those lines that obviously add the extra stack and damage to him, that also tears through him. Chaos cards one-shot him. That's what a Chaos card does, if anyone doesn't know. It instantly kills any boss you hit with it. I don't think you can use it on Mega Satan, but you can use it on anyone else, I believe. Obviously we just used it on Hush there. It just instantly kills them. You have to aim with your body, so you have to aim your body in the direction, because I did mess it up the first time. If Hush was to the right of us right now, we would throw the card straight down, because that's where my face is looking. So I'd have to look towards his direction as if I'm moving towards him, and then throw the card, and then if it hits him he'll die. Other than that though, with Hush, you want to just try to get him down as quickly as possible. Every 20% of his health he'll go back underneath the ground, so it gives you a little breather. the main thing with Hush is the continuum shots. So the black and purple shots, when he starts shooting those out, just don't move. Just stand still in a position where you can still shoot him, and just shoot him. It's, to me, it's more to make you panic rather than to actually hit you. They're not actually coming at you, they're just coming towards you, and you're gonna panic, which is fine, you know, it's a natural thing to do. You've got shots hurtling towards you, you're gonna be like, trying to dodge them. But if you just keep cool, keep yourself steady and just hit him, he shouldn't be able to get you with a continuum. It's not guaranteed that, you know, one or two might hit you, and if it does, then, you know, apologies. But that's the best way I've found, is to just stand still, and you should be alright. We are making very good time on this. Oh wow, okay. We are making very good time on this run. So we should be able to fight Delirium if he pops. I know we've come to the chest rather than the dark chest, so the chances are he might not. We did beat Hush though, so hopefully that sways it. So he will spawn, but I suppose we'll find out. I haven't actually fought Delirium on the full clear challenge, just because of obviously the 40-minute timer, and then anytime we've got there inside of sort of 40 minutes, I don't think he spawns. So hopefully he does, because I do actually want to fight him. You know, contradictory to anyone's belief, I would actually like to go and do him, just to give you guys some tips on how to beat him. As far as Isaac goes, we'll talk about him in the chest. Oh, so he did pop in this room, but we need to go to the chest first, which is unfortunate. So we'll go into the chest, I'll talk about the best way to beat Isaac, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we'll open these chests first. We get Teleport, $3 bill, Libra, and Celtic Cross. We'll take Celtic Cross. I'm going to leave everything else there though, because they're not that good. Libra is really good, but not on this sort of run. Isaac, then, the best way to beat Isaac is, again, most bosses, the best way I find to beat them is to just keep your distance, use your range. The range is the best thing you've got against most bosses, like, especially ones that have to hit you rather than shoot tears. The ones that physically have to come to you and hit you, if you can kite them backwards and just shoot them, then you shouldn't really be taking too much damage. So use your range, don't be afraid to back off and to make them chase you. So with Isaac, stay sort of as far away as possible as you can to like the right or the left or whatever is easiest for you. All of the tiers that you shoot come out in patterns, so just move in between the gaps in the patterns of the tiers is the best thing to do, I would say. Then outside of that, the next best advice I would have would probably be, when it comes to the brimstone shots, you need to move to the corner of the room. You can try to get in between them. Like I've done it once or twice, a couple of, a good few times where I've moved in between the beams rather than because they don't hit every single square. They just hit like they leave like gaps in between them. So you can just move like in between the gaps if you want. It's hard to judge though. It's easier to just run straight into the corner of the room, and you're less likely to take a hit while you're in the corner. So I would just run to the corner if it was me. Obviously, if you've got enough damage like we did just then to just slap him, then just kill him. But if you don't and you need to get out of his way, then move into the corner and fight him that way. Yeah, sure. Okay, we are onto the chest now, so we'll go through the items that we've picked up. So we picked up Celtic Cross, which gives us a chance to become invulnerable once we get hit. So obviously every time we get hit we have a chance to gain like an invulnerability shield. We picked up, not Contagion, we picked up Toxic Shock. So Toxic Shock will do a big poison as we walk through the door of every room that we've not been in. And it'll poison everything that's in there at first. If you've got enough damage, it will kill them. If you don't have enough damage, then it'll just do like a decent chunk to them, and then you'll have to finish them off. We also got the auto firing baby, so it's just a follower that fires himself. You don't really have any control of it. He'll just shoot whoever he wants to shoot. We picked up Spider Bite, which gives us the chance to shoot slowing tears. So the white Tech.G shots that you're seeing, they have a slow effect on them thanks to Spider Bite. We got 8-inch nails, which normally turn your tears into nails, but because we've got Tech.X it overrides it. You would shoot nails if you didn't have Tech.X. It gives you a decent damage up, so obviously that's why we took it. Capricorn is an all stats up, so that was obviously nice. We also then got the virus, which gives us on hit. So it gives us, when someone hits us and touches us, it poisons them. If they die of that poison, then they do have a chance to spawn a black heart. We also got Cricket's Head, which is a damage and a damage multiplier, and Varicose Veins is one that when you get hit, it'll shoot tears out. But that's Blue Baby done. That was a 35-minute clear. That was very, very quick. That is a full clear of this floor. Unfortunately, no delirium, which is a little bit sad. What I might do is I'll say from this video, anywhere we can make boss rush, I will always take the negative to hopefully get delirium, because I do want to see him, and I feel like it's a little bit of a cop out coming to the chest, because it's a lower chance. So we'll go to the dark chest every time we have a balling out of control run, and see if we can get delirium in 40 minutes. But as far as Blue Baby goes, it's the same sort of tactics as Isaac. I won't go through them again. We'll move into this run and end it. That was win number 7, so we're looking for win number 8 in the next one. Hopefully everyone will join me on that one, and we'll see if we can do it. Again, we're still throwing out tips and tricks and how to beat bosses and how I would play the runs and stuff. We've had some pretty strong runs in the last few, so it's been a little bit easier for me to obviously do. When I do get a difficult run, you obviously will see some more of the strategy behind it, but hopefully the tips and tricks have helped people, and hopefully we will continue from where we are. But that's it from me for this one, everyone, so hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys next time, and peace.